Hi there, welcome everybody to National Poetry Day, how to write a poem, and we're going to write a poem called Safe. Now a safe is somewhere you put things to be kept safe. You can put valuables into a safe, things that are precious to you into a safe. It's usually a large metal box, sometimes iron, really thick iron, with a big solid door. You need the key. You put into there all your gold, all your hundreds of thousands of pounds you don't want anyone to steal, and all your jewels and everything goes into the safe. If you go on holiday, I don't know if you've ever been on holiday to another country and you've stayed in a hotel, very often you have a safe in your hotel room because you have lots of valuable things with you, don't you? You have your passports and all sorts of things that you don't want to take down onto the beach where they might get lost. You put them in the safe. So this poem is called Safe, and it's really, really easy. All you have to do is think of 5 things that you would put into a safe for safe keeping. Okay, so my 5 things, they could be, first of all, my teddy. My daddy gave me this teddy. The teddy's name is Thomas Alfred. Hello, Thomas Alfred. Hello, everybody. He's called Thomas Alfred because that was my dad's name, and I was a little boy when he gave me this, and he's very, very, very precious. He's worth more than thousands of pounds. So he's going in my safe. So we pop him in my safe. This here is my Surefire Hit poetry pen. This pen has written all my big, huge, gigantic, magdubblobble-ribblobulous poems. All my big hit poems written by this pen. And I don't want to lose it. It's very precious. If I lost this pen, well, maybe I'd never write another good poem again. So this pen is going into my box, into my safe. This is a little program for a play. I wrote a play when I was about 8. And you can see from my writing, I was very, very young when I wrote it. In fact, it's quite tidy writing, isn't it, actually? And I wrote it, and the stage manager was Karen Stevens. That was my sister. Hi, sister. And she must have been about, 4, even younger than me. And this is a nice little thing. This was a long time ago. This was like over 60 years ago. That needs to go in my safe. This is my first ever poetry book that I had published. I did not eat the goldfish. It really was not me at the time of the crime. I was sitting in a tree. My very first, that's very precious. First poem I ever had published before I became a proper poet. So that's going in my book. And then I thought, well, that's 4 things, isn't it? What else can go in? They don't have to actually be real objects. It can be anything that means a lot. So I was thinking about my mum, and my mum's no longer with us. She died a few years ago. She had a good life. She lived until she was 94. So she had a good life. But I remember her smile. So I think I'm going to put her smile in my safe. That would be a nice thing to have to keep, because I wouldn't want to lose my mum's smile. So there are my 5 things. So my poem goes, in my safe I have put my Surefire Hit poet's pen, my first programme, my mum's smile, my first book of poems, and my first teddy. Thomas Edward, you're going in there, aren't you? There we are, that's it, that's the poem. Really simple. Now you could make it a little bit more interesting by maybe using some adjectives, or maybe telling us a little bit about each item, instead of just saying that one thing like my first book of poems. You could do a little bit more, couldn't you? The first book of poems that I wrote when I was da-da-da-da. Just make a little bit more of each thing to make it interesting. Think about the order of the of the things you put in too. Maybe put the most precious thing last. So I think my most precious thing would be my mum's smile. So I think that would probably go in last. So there you go. You could do it with your class, actually. Get your whole class to write a poem about the class safe. And everybody could maybe choose their most precious thing to go in it. It doesn't have to be a real thing. It can be anything, something that means a lot to you. There you go. Hope you enjoyed that. Hope to see you again soon. Bye-bye.